Hey guys, it's Gaijin Hunter, and today we're finally finishing off the Blade Master weapon showcases for Monster Hunter Cross and getting into Gunner. Today is very exciting because we have the Insect Glaive, which is easily one of the top two most popular weapons right now, between it and the Charge Blade. As always, we're going to watch the videos with my own personal translations on top of it, then watch it again with my own commentary and then some final thoughts. Okay, first up is the Insect Glaive, which happens to be one of the weapons that I mained in Monster Hunter 4G and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I am happy to announce that it doesn't look like they've nerfed it at all, which is really great. However, I did notice in the Monster Hunter Cross demo, and I could be mistaken, that the Kinsect actually did knock around my teammates, so you might have to have better aim with it if you're not that good right now. But then again, that's unconfirmed, I don't know for sure. One thing, look at this thing. I know we're supposed to be talking about the Insect Glaive, but look at the texture work on the Tetsukabra. Like, this is definitely being used on the new 3DS, which gets enhanced texture work, but that is pretty darn cool. Back are all three extracts that you can get, so it doesn't look that they've made any changes in that department, which is just fine with me. Of course, getting that triple up is really what this weapon is all about, and it's when it transforms into a fun weapon to a beast. Now, the aerial style, everyone was worried what would happen because it already can do a jump attack, but look at this forward propelled motion. It looks very, very useful. It doesn't send you too far, and it does look good for closing distances, so I am looking forward to using this and perhaps propelling off my own teammates to get to the monster. For the Bushido style, we're getting the perfect evade, and if you notice here with the evade, what you do is you send off the Kinsect during the roadie run that you do right afterwards. Now, while it looks like it's going straight for the head for the red, which would be really nice, you do notice here that it grabs a different color, so I don't think it's perfect every time, but it's a nice running combo for aggression, and you can then send off your bugs, so that's cool. The striker style was a little bit interesting in the demo. They changed the combo pass a little bit, which was a little funky, but I'm sure if you get used to it, it's really good. Because it's a weapon that hits a lot, I imagine that it fills up these gauges here for the Hunter Arts pretty darn fast. This first one is this gathering of bugs. Now, one thing I do want to note is that I noticed that this thing actually knocked around fellow hunters as well. So I really think that this Hunter Art is going to be great for solo play, but maybe not so good for multiplayer. Now, this next Hunter Art is super exciting. So this is kind of a long wind-up motion, but it's really cool looking, and what it does is it sends your Kinsect out and it grabs all three colors in one fell swoop. And if you notice here, you don't have to call back the Kinsect right away. It's just as if you extracted it normally. So what they're going to show here is you can keep onto it when you have a triple up, and right when you run out, you can call it back, or it might automatically come back, and you get the triple up once more. And next up, making our debut for gunner weapon showcases, is the light bowgun. Now, this thing was already pretty darn nimble and versatile in Monster Hunter for Ultimate, so it's pretty exciting to see what they're doing for it in Monster Hunter Cross. For the guild style, like the heavy bowgun, which you'll see tomorrow, it does come with new types of shots that are preloaded into your gun. This is to differentiate them from other types of light bowguns. We have all sorts of different types, so I'm pretty excited to see what happens. Of course, you do get the really nice side hops and the back hops, and now you can actually shoot when you jump off a ledge, which is really nice. The aerial style I still think is a little bit risky because you have to be close to the monster, but if you do what you're just seeing right now, which is the rapid shot, you can do up to I think 5 different shots as you jump across the monster. If it's not your rapid shot, you can only do I think 2. For the Bushido style, this is where it really happens. Look at this. Not only do you do a super reload, which makes your next ammo clip more powerful, you can also do it and then immediately go into that roadie run right afterwards to reposition yourself. That's insane. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to try Striker in the demo, but my guess is that it fills up pretty darn fast. This special skill, though, this Hunter Art, is really interesting in a way. It's kind of an evasive maneuver here. You know the monster's about to hit you. It jumps you back, way back, and it leaves them a small surprise as well. I don't think it does a lot of damage, but it certainly is good for getting the heck out of there. This next one, though, is total Gears of War. I mean, look at this. So what it does is called Rapid Heaven, and it allows you to just fire all your rapid shots until you run out. Like, just go machine gun crazy. I can see almost a new meta game here with light bowgun Hame runs. I can't wait. So there we go. Now, all of these weapons have all been incredibly exciting throughout all of the showcases, and I think this was one of the stronger showings that they had. The Insect Glaive doesn't show any signs of being nerfed. We have some really great abilities that we can do now with the Striker style, and the aerial style actually looks pretty darn useful. The light bowgun, on the other hand, is just nuts. I mean, it's already very versatile. You can run around, and I was never guessing that with the Bushido style, you'd be able to do both the super reload and the runaway at the same time. I thought it was one or the other, but this confirms that you can do both. So I do think that that's going to be an incredibly popular style, especially because you don't want to be putting evasion on your light bowgun set. So to have that out of the box is pretty cool. I am a little suspicious. I don't know what they're going to be taking away from the weapon in exchange for the Bushido style, but I'm sure we'll find out in just a few days at Tokyo Game Show once players get their eager hands on the game. Another just quick mention about the texture work in this game. It looks absolutely fantastic. If you guys haven't been playing on the new 3DS versus the old one for Monster Hunter for Ultimate, one thing you might not know is that the game sports better texture work if you're playing on the new 3DS. That's definitely going to be the case for this one as well, so if you are importing a Japanese 3DS, make sure you go for the new 3DS, not the old one. I think even if it's a little bit more expensive, it's perfectly worth the money. Now tomorrow we finish out our showcase with the bow and the heavy bowgun, and I know that it's going to be one of our strongest showings yet, so I hope you guys stay tuned. I'll have it on my channel just shortly after they release it, and it should be very exciting. Go ahead and comment, like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and let people know what you thought about the Insight Glaive and the light bowgun, and also which one are you going to be maining if you had to choose one of the two. Until next time, happy hunting.